Alright, let's work one that's got an exponential function involved in it. That would be e to the negative 3x. This looks like a good one. And we are asked to use some different notation here, the second derivative. So y prime is equal to, I like this notation a whole lot better, y prime, so we're going to use the product rule here. So the derivative of x is 1, rewriting e to the negative 3x plus, rewrite the first function, x times, and then the derivative of e, or negative 3x up here is negative 3. And then of course we rewrite the function. Okay, now let's rewrite this again. So we have e to the negative 3x. I'm going to bring this negative 3 out front. And e to the negative 3x. And what I'm going to do this time, excuse me, is I'm going to go ahead and factor out an e to the negative 3x, since we have one over here and then we have a separate one over here. So I'm going to factor that out, and so it's going to be left with 1 minus 3x. So you need to really get good at factoring things out. Now I'm going to use the product rule again, and this time we're finding the second derivative. So the derivative of e raised to the negative 3x is negative 3. E to the negative 3x. If you're not sure how that works out, you need to go check the videos on finding the derivatives, or difference under differentiation, I think, and I worked quite a few of these exponential functions. Where are we at? Where are we? There we are. Plus e to the negative 3x, rewriting the first function, and the derivative of 1 minus 3x, and I'll put this in parentheses here, is negative 3. Right, so the derivative of 1 is 0, and derivative of negative 3x is just negative 3. And what's going on now? Let's do some factoring again. I'm going to factor out a negative 3e to the negative 3x, and that's going to be left with a 1 minus 3x plus 1. Okay, we had a negative 3x here and 1 over here, so we just pulled it out. Rewrite this one more time for you. We won't use square brackets, we'll just use parentheses, and so this becomes 2 minus 3x. And just checking, making sure everything's good, and I believe it is. So this is y double prime, also known as the second derivative. Alright. Let's move on to something bigger and better maybe.